One of the songs that I was telling you, I was a preacher's kid, and my father was a pastor for 60-some years before he retired at the organization of the Foursquare Gospel. Foursquare, if you've ever heard of it. Foursquare Gospel, and Angela's Temple, all that. Anyway, when I was growing up, most of the years that I was growing up, he was not had a pastor of a church. He was a supervisor, which he had 80-some churches underneath him. He had to try to take care of their pastors and their people. He retired right on time. And he promised the Lord he would retire at a certain age, and he did it too. But then he went to work at Church on the Way at Jack Hayward's church, and he became pastor to the pastors there. And so that's when the Young at Heart got started 34 years ago. That was the name of his Sunday school class. But I'm really going off here, and we're going to be here 3 hours. So anyway, long story short, we used to travel with Daddy on itineraries in the summertime. 4 kids. I'm the youngest of 4. And in a station wagon with no radio. Yeah, you've been there. I see you're too young to be in. Yeah, station. Oh, there you go. With wood on the sides? No, with no radio. So my maiden name is Bird, B-I-R-D. So of course the whole family sang. And so we would sing, and Mom would put us in the back of the station wagon, and there was one particular song she would always start us singing, because it has verse after verse after verse, and it's an old spiritual called I Got Shoes. Anybody ever heard it? I got shoes, you got shoes? Yeah. So there's some kids here. They're not really kids. They would not like me to call them kids. Young teenage. Oh, there's a kid. Young teenage boys, whatever. Anyway, this is for you, because I want you to learn this song, and I want you to learn it and take it home and drive your family crazy. Because that's what we did. Anyway. And so Sherm's just going to give you an idea, teach you just 3 verses, and it's just an old spiritual a cappella. You ready, guys? Let's try it with Sherm.
I got shoes.
You got shoes. All God's children got shoes, shoes. When I get to heaven, gonna put on my shoes and gonna walk all over God's heaven. Heaven, heaven. Everybody's talking about heaven, ain't going there. Heaven, heaven. Gonna walk all over God's heaven.
I got a robe.
You got a robe. All God's children got a robe, robe. When I get to heaven, gonna put on my robe and gonna walk all over God's heaven. Heaven, heaven. Everybody's talking about heaven, ain't a going there. Heaven, heaven. Gonna walk all over God's heaven.
I got a crown.
You got a crown. All God's children got a crown, crown. When I get to heaven, gonna put on my crown and gonna walk all over God's heaven. Heaven, heaven. Everybody's talking about heaven, ain't a going there. Heaven, heaven. Gonna walk all over God's heaven.
I got the word. You got the word.
All God's children got the word, word. When I get to heaven, gonna put on the word and gonna pour it all over God's heaven. Heaven, heaven. Everybody's talking about heaven, ain't going there. Heaven, heaven. Gonna pour all over God's heaven.
I got a song. You got a song.
All God's children got a song, song. When I get to heaven, gonna sing out the song and gonna sing it all over God's heaven.
Song.
Heaven, heaven. Everybody's talking about heaven, ain't going there. Heaven, heaven. Gonna sing all over God's heaven.
I got wings. You got wings.
All God's children got wings, wings. When I get to heaven, gonna put on my wings and gonna fly all over God's heaven. Heaven, heaven. Everybody talking about
I got green shoes.